Hey guys, I'm back and I'm in Japan. It's so crazy. I'm here. It's been 2 months since I've uploaded a video and we are finally here. I had planned to do all of these vlogs and fun things showing the moving process, and unfortunately it didn't work out that way. It was a crazy moving process. I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, you guys, I'm here. I'm finally here. We are in my apartment right now. I'm going to show you guys a tour in a little bit. But yeah, I'm here in Japan. It's so crazy. This is the first time I've ever been out of the country, and now I'm living out of the country. And so yeah, I guess I'll go over kind of the process getting here and show you guys, I guess, pictures and clips. I guess I'll do it that way, kind of like a late vlog, if you will. And sorry about the setup and the lighting. I don't have all of my equipment set up. I just wanted to get this video out to you guys as quickly as possible because it's been 2 months, right? So we did sell our house in San Diego. So that was a whole process. We sold our vehicles. And we actually were renting a trailer from a friend, from one of my husband's coworkers and friends, for about a month. And we were living out of that on the beach in Navy RV campgrounds, which was really a fun experience. It felt like glamping. We were in a trailer, a really nice trailer. It had all the bells and whistles on it. It was really nice. And so we rented that from a friend. We stayed in that with 3 dogs for a month with my daughter. And during that time, I had actually gotten really bad allergies for like 2 weeks. And it was to the point where like my eyes were sealed shut in the morning and I was just itchy. My eyes just were, that was another reason why I didn't want to vlog, is just because my eyes were like gooey and gross. And I think it's from pet dander, from just being in such a small space with 3 dogs, one which was shedding at the time. So it was rough after the first week. And I actually ended up going to my doctor like 3 different times. I got like cortisone shots and antibiotics for my eyes because I was just having a really bad allergic reaction. So that all happened during that time that we were living out of the trailer. And then we actually had to rent a vehicle and drive all the way up to Seattle from San Diego, because that's where our flight was to Japan. And we had our dogs, which couldn't fly commercially because of the heat from San Diego to Seattle. So we actually did have to rent a vehicle and drive up to Seattle, which was fine because we got to visit our family. We have some family in Sacramento, and I also have my sister in Oregon. So it was nice to be able to stop and say goodbye to my siblings. So yeah, we drove to Seattle, and we had 15 bags of luggage, 2 extra large dog kennels. And when I tell you guys, it was a hot mess getting our dogs and all of our luggage into the terminal and getting our tickets. I mean, it was insane. We actually had to, we stayed across at the Radisson from SeaTac Airport, and we had asked the staff if we could have a shuttle service because we had to drop off the rental car and be at the airport at 2:45 a.m. to be able to check in our dogs for the flight, because I think our flight left at like 7 a.m. but we had to be there at like 2:45 or 3 a.m. We asked the hotel if they had a shuttle for us that could take our dogs, our 15 bags of luggage, our 2 extra large dog kennels, and they made it happen, you guys. At 2:30, they were downstairs in the lobby. They got the biggest shuttle and we filled the whole thing. Like a passenger, like a 30 passenger shuttle, you guys. We filled it with all of our baggage and our dogs. They had to use the wheelchair ramp lift to get our dog kennels in this shuttle, and they were taken apart. They were like clamshelled and taken apart so that we could fit everything. And so when the shuttle dropped us off, we were like a pit crew putting together with nuts and bolts our 2 extra large dog kennels. So I'm holding the dogs, my husband's putting together, you know, 1 kennel. I'm trying to hold them and keep all of our luggage together, and it was just a hot mess. So you can imagine why I couldn't vlog the whole airport scene, or a lot of it. It was just a lot, you guys. I mean, but we made it. And after we got our dogs, you know, checked in, it was fine. And then we all boarded our flight, and it was a 10.5-hour flight from Seattle. It was a straight flight over. The plane ride was fine, but my daughter did throw up like twice during the first 3 hours of the flight. So again, you can imagine why I wasn't vlogging anything at the airport or on the plane, because it was a hot mess. It was traveling with dogs and kids. So we made it to Japan, and we had a 2-hour drive to the base. So there was a lot of things that we needed to do as our check-in process when we got here. It wasn't just like, oh, you can sit back and relax and wait for your stuff. No, we had to go like check into housing. I actually had to complete a 3-day class. So it's 1 day of getting to know like your surroundings on the base. Another day is learning, or kind of learning about the culture here and etiquette, the proper etiquette to use in Japan, because we are guests in Japan. Just because we live here doesn't mean like this is our home. Like, we are guests in Japan, so we need to use proper etiquette and know the rules and laws. And then the 3rd day was the driver's license test and course, which I passed. It was actually like a lot about learning the signs. I can't read Japanese, but they have a ton of like signs just like we do in the States, like pictures. And I was really intimidated to drive. I still haven't driven off base yet. I'm still kind of intimidated, but I have been driving around on base. You do the steering wheel's on the right side of the car, and you drive on the left side here, which is it's gonna take a while to get used to, but I have kind of putted around on the base a little bit and trying to get myself comfortable enough to go outside of base and drive. I have been off base a few times with a friend, which is another thing I'm so thankful for, is that I know somebody that's already been here. She's been here for a year. We went to Costco today, and so I'll be putting up a vlog of that soon. But I've gone to the mall. My husband and I, and my daughter, we went to some Japanese botanical garden in Yokohama. So we have been out, but we were using like the public train system. So hopefully soon I will be comfortable enough to drive off base. I'm just, you know, I'm trying to get better at it, because part of me still wants to like drift over to the left side of the lane, and you can't do that because there's the bike lane right there. But it's very different. I did get my car. I'll put up a little picture for you guys. But yeah, there's been a lot going on in such a short amount of time. It's been 2 weeks since we've been here. And again, that month that we were moving, prior to getting here, we were again living out of a trailer, which there wasn't a lot of space. I had a crazy allergy reaction, so I didn't want to put myself on camera. And so yeah, we had quite the adventure getting over here, but we made it here. My husband's actually already gone. And that was another thing. We wanted to have things set up, at least for my daughter and myself, for the most part, and like kind of familiarize ourselves with the base and get all these things done before he left. So I wanted to hurry and get us in the groove, get us comfortable, know where things were at before I started my crafting and my YouTube channel up again. So thank you guys for being patient and understanding. So yeah, I'll go ahead and stop rambling and get into the house tour or the apartment tour. All right, so when you walk in the front door, this is the view. So we have the entryway into the living room. Off to the left is the laundry room, and then to the right is the kitchen. So we'll go ahead and start with the laundry room off to the left, which is honestly my favorite room in this entire apartment. I know that sounds silly, but I've actually never had a laundry room before. I've always lived in a house where our laundry was in the garage, or like I had a stackable unit that was in a closet in the kitchen. So this was really exciting to have a laundry room, and every unit does get a washer and dryer, and there's plenty of storage. Right now it's full of cleaning supplies and all kinds of stuff. I have my cart that I use to haul groceries in through the elevator, and then I need to like hang up my broom, my Swiffer, and my vacuum. So right now it's a little messy, but I can't wait to decorate it with like cute laundry signs. I've always wanted to do that. So that is the laundry room. There is, I guess, this entryway. So off to the left, we have like a coat closet and shoe closet. So we have a ton of shoes. It's a hot mess. But we don't wear shoes in the house, so our shoes immediately come off and then go down here. And then we can hang all of our coats and outerwear, jackets, and then I have like bags and things up there. So that's nice. And then moving straight across, we're gonna go into the kitchen, which I've already started decorating. I'm not going to decorate for Halloween just because it's in a couple of weeks, and by the time I get everything out, it's gonna be time to start decorating for Christmas. So I have a few like fall things here and there. But I really like the kitchen. I like that there's a window. A lot of the other towers don't have windows in their kitchen, but I'm really excited that we got lucky and got this apartment because it does have that window. And then I really like the colors of all of the cabinets, and they just did a really good job in this renovation. I have seen pictures of like some of the other tower apartments that are not renovated, and it's not the same. So everything when we moved in here was brand new, even like the appliances and countertops, fixtures, all of the cabinets, the floors, everything. So I think it's a decent size kitchen. There is a lot of cabinets, but I have a lot of kitchen cooking supplies and devices and all of that stuff. So it was a struggle trying to get everything to fit in here. And what I really like about the kitchen also is that there's this lighting underneath the cabinets. It's not flickering. I don't know why it does that on camera, but there is lighting underneath. I have like these deep sinks. There is a dishwasher. I haven't figured out how to use the drying feature on there. It's supposed to heat dry, but it doesn't really work. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But it also came with a microwave, which was nice, and the refrigerator. So here is this view of the kitchen. So it is quite spacious. There's a lot of counter space, and I like how this ledge comes out right here. I think I'm going to get a couple of bar stools and put them right there. But that is the kitchen. And then on this wall right here, I have a shelf and some decor. And then I have the dog bowls. So coming from the kitchen, here is the living room and the dining room, which is a big open floor plan, which is really nice. And then we have our balcony right here. So let's go ahead and move over to the balcony and I'll show you guys my view. So we have a view of the playground, and then the building that I live in, it looks like almost identical to these buildings, except ours is renovated. So I think like our exterior paint is a little brighter, and then our balconies are black instead of white. But we are on a lower level floor because we have dogs and we have to use the stairs to take them out. We can't use the elevator. But I have a nice little balcony. I'm thinking I want to get like one of those hammock chairs maybe and put it over here, and maybe get a couple of like hanging planter boxes to put on the ledge, and maybe a little end table or something, or patio table and chair over there, kind of like a cafe chair. So I can't wait to decorate that. And then I'm going to be putting up some sort of curtains. I have to kind of figure it out because I think this is a track where I can put my own curtains, but we do have like these sliding blinds that go across this whole big open window. So the dining room is pretty large, and right now I only have 2 chairs because at our old house we didn't have the leaf in, and my husband had built a bench, so we only needed the 2 chairs, but I did just order 2 more chairs, so hopefully they won't take too long to get here from the US. And then over here I have my coffee bar area, just how it was, almost just like it was in the old house, except I don't have the big industrial shelves to decorate anymore. So I did put the dining room mirror in, or the living room mirror in the dining room, and I really like how that looks. And right now, this isn't how I'm going to have everything decorated. I just wanted to get things out of boxes to get rid of the boxes, so I just put something somewhere. But this is not necessarily how I'm going to have it decorated. Like, these are all my husband's tools down here. Obviously, I'm going to be moving those. And then I have some boxes left to unpack. I even have a Christmas tree up. And again, it's not going to stay there maybe for Christmas, but it's just so I could get things out of boxes. And actually, I really like the size of this Christmas tree. I wish I would have bought another one so I could put it on this side. I think that would look really cute. I did get it from IKEA, so maybe when I'm feeling comfortable enough to start driving off base, I will go to IKEA in Japan. So walking into the living room area, I have my setup pretty much the same as the old house as well. I have my console table and then my TV above it, and then these industrial shelves off to the side. And again, this is not how I'm keeping everything decorated. I just wanted to get things out of boxes. And I think I'm gonna put one of these shelves up here. I'm not quite sure yet, but this is how I have the couches set up, which looks odd, I know, but my husband and I tried several different ways to rearrange this furniture, and this is the best solution that we could come up with, because we really didn't want to put the TV on this wall, because that's the wall we share with our neighbors next door, and we didn't want the noise from the TV or the sound bar to be vibrating against that wall. And then we also wanted to make sure that there was going to be enough room on the sides of the TV to put these two shelves, so it couldn't go on this wall. So this is why we have it set up this way, and I really didn't want to have the couches facing each other, because it would have blocked off this whole like walkway, and it would have closed off the room, and I just wanted a really open floor plan. So for now, this is how it's going to stay with the furniture and how I have it set up. I'm trying to figure out how I can decorate this wall to make it look more, I guess, centered, or like it was meant to be that way. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make a gallery wall above this couch to make it look, I guess, more centered in a way. So that is the living room, and the dogs are napping, and then the dining room. So it is a very large open space. Also in the dining room, I have my bookshelf that I had in my living room back in the old house, and it was like the perfect height to go under like this weird wall situation. So it worked out really nice. And in between the living room and the dining room, I have this wall right here, which I think I'm going to turn into like a wine bar. So right now the top of this little hutch is a hot mess, again, because I just moved in and unpacking all that stuff. So I think I'm going to maybe get some like wine bottle racks, or maybe I could like build some racks inside of these cubbies, and possibly maybe get a mini wine fridge or something right here. I'm not quite sure. But above it, I just have this cubby right here that I can decorate, or maybe put like wine glasses in. And in this house, there are a ton of buttons and remotes for every room. I really wish this wasn't, all of this wasn't right here though, because it makes it kind of hard to decorate around. But there are a ton of different like lighting options. So we have like recessed lighting in here. So we have recessed lighting, I think, in every single room. So you have like the down light, and then you have the actual light, and then there's remotes. I think this is for the fan. I haven't quite figured it out yet because I haven't translated it with my Google Translate, but I'm pretty sure that one's for the fan, doorbell, and then each room also has its own AC unit. Right now I have them off, and then, see, I don't know what this one is for because there's no fan in the dining room. This might be for the light. Maybe it does, maybe it dims. So every room has a remote control, its own AC unit, and then the AC units are in the ceiling. There's one right there, and then one right there. So moving to the hallway, to the bedrooms, there is a door, which is really nice because you can close it, and especially when I'm like trying to sleep or something and my husband's out here playing video games, that's a nice option to be able to close off the hallway to the bedrooms. More buttons, again, there's so many buttons in this house. And then there's a lot of closet space in this apartment. I was pleasantly surprised. So this is the linen closet. I'm not gonna open it right now because I have not organized it. There is a closet right here, which I'm going to use as like my gift bag and gift closet, I guess. And then I just have a bunch of shelving and random stuff that I don't know where to put yet. So the bathrooms are interesting. The light switch is on the outside of the bathroom, and then the fan as well. And it's very important that whenever we're taking a shower or a bath that we turn on the fan, because if you don't, you can actually set off the fire alarm. I guess someone in our building did that right before we moved in. I think their kid was taking a bath and set off the fire alarms. So here is the vanity. So it does have a light. And then behind the mirrors, there is like a medicine cabinet in each one of these panels. So I really like that, and the vanity is the same, exact same in our master bathroom as well. So here is the sink, and then the toilet, which is a huge tank. It's super long. And then the bathtub and shower combo, which I love because you can adjust the height of the shower head, and we have a really deep bathtub. And the water pressure is amazing because you can adjust it right here. And this is actually a large bathroom to me compared to the bathrooms we had in our old house. They're really, really tiny. So there's lots of storage above the toilet. And then in the bathrooms and the kitchen, actually, the walls are made out of this, like, I don't know what kind of material. It's almost like an acrylic. So I can't nail anything into it. So I've been using command hooks to decorate the kitchen, or like the command strip, like Velcro picture hanging kits. So that's what I've been using in here. And I think the reason why is because the humidity can get really bad, especially during the summer, and the walls actually sweat. So I think that's maybe why they put this backing on the walls, because of mold, possibly. I don't know, that's just my best guess. So that is the bathroom, the main hallway bathroom, and then over to the left is the master. To the right is my craft room, and then straight across from the bathroom is Athena's room. And the rooms are quite large. So real quick, here is her bedroom. She also has a view of the park and lots of closet space. She actually has a whole dresser in there. So that is Miss Athena's room. She has her dollhouse, her TV, and I'm telling you guys, the buttons and remotes are ridiculous. So we're gonna go straight over into the master, which I was really surprised that it was this big. We were actually told before we moved here, like, don't bring oversized furniture, leave all that stuff because it probably is not going to fit. Especially in like the Japanese houses, if we ended up not living on base, it might not have fit, but we didn't have that option. We only had the option to live off base if there wasn't anything available. So we have a ton of closet space, which is really nice. And it's like a his and hers closet. So I'll go ahead and show you guys my husband's, because his is pretty pretty neat because he's gone and there's not really a whole lot in it. But mine is identical, but it's just packed and I need to organize it. So there's a shelf on the top that goes pretty far back, and there's tons of space for like our laundry baskets, our shoes, and I actually put our end tables, one in each of the closets, because there was not enough room to put them on the side of our bed, which is a California King for size reference, and I needed a spot to put my exercise bike, so I decided just to put the end tables inside of the closets. So over here is the master balcony, which is about half the size of the main balcony. So I'm going to have like my little exercise station right here. So like I already have my weight bench out there, and then I'll put my weights and stuff out there. I didn't want to put my exercise bike because it does require power and I don't want it to get ruined from the weather. And then this door out here is, let me open it because the windows are very dirty. But this door out here is not storage. We actually have storage on the same level but outside of our apartment. But that door is a fire escape. So here is this view of the master bedroom and our TV, which looks ridiculous. It's way too big for this room. And that wall, I mounted it crooked. So I need to take that down because it's driving me crazy and redo it, or just wait for my husband to come back and do it. Because that's bad. But we have our long dresser on this wall, and again I couldn't fit the end tables, so I just have this like TV tray right here with like my charger on it until I order something off of Amazon. I think I'm gonna order like one of those under the bed or under the chair like sliding trays, just so we have somewhere to like charge our phones and set things on. So yeah, that is the bedroom, and then here is the master bathroom. So same exact vanity, same toilet, same everything, just a little bit smaller, and then we don't have the tub combo. We just have, excuse me, a humongous shower, which is okay, it's not like humongous, but it's humongous to me because I'm telling you guys, our bathrooms in our old house were tiny. Like the shower that we had in our master bathroom was half the size of this shower, so I was really excited. So that is the shower. And I forgot to mention in the other bathroom, but the toilet paper dispenser or holder has like this serrated edge on it. So you can literally tear off your toilet paper, and it holds two. But I just thought it was hilarious because this is like something you would see on like a roll of foil or like plastic wrap. So I thought that was pretty funny, and I like the little ledge on the top so I can put things on. So yeah, that is the master bath. And now we will go into my craft room, which is straight across. So this is how I have it set up for now. I don't have anything on these walls yet. So I have a queen bed right here. This is actually Jordan's bed. So this is the room he will be staying in when he comes for the summer. He will be staying in this room. So I have my pegboard and my little IKEA shelf set up. I have my Cricuts on my cart. I pretty much am ready to go. I'm ready to craft. And I just have a few things to put away. I have a couple of boxes left over here to put away, but it's pretty much ready to be worked in. I did have this desk at my old house in my bedroom, and it had one of my computers on it. So I have like my gaming PC, and then I have my Mac, which I edit videos on and pay bills and that sort of thing. But I couldn't fit this desk anywhere else in the house, so my husband decided to make it an L, which I don't mind. So this is where I will be crafting over here. It's a little bit smaller of a space because this used to be my crafting desk, but I couldn't fit all of my computer monitors, my tower, and my 2 different printers all on this desk. It was too much. So this is how I have it set up. And then the thing I'm most excited about this room, so here's some more closets. So I can fit almost all of my craft supplies in this closet. So the other day I went to the Navy Exchange and I bought all of these like different cube organizers, and you can kind of like play around with it, mix and match how you want things stacked. And I actually need to go back and like, it's crooked, but I need to go back and like restack that. But you guys, it fits almost all of my craft supplies in here. And then up here I have like all my sticker binders, and I have more of my craft storage and supplies up there. I have my sewing machines. I have all of my vinyl over here for my Cricut. I can even put my rolling craft cart in here and slide it back and forth. It doesn't even need to come out. So I'm just so happy with how much room I have in these closets, you guys. I mean, and I have a lot of craft supplies, so I'm like so happy that most of it fits in here. The only other spot that I have my craft supplies is on this IKEA bookshelf, which this is how I kind of had it set up at the old house, but I did put some of my journals right here because I wanted to display them. And I love doing this still, the tassels when I walk by. But yeah, this is it, you guys. Like, all of my craft supplies are on this bookshelf or in this closet, which makes me really happy because I love looking at my craft supplies, but I don't like clutter. I don't like feeling like I have too much of a mess going on around me. It drives me insane. It gives me anxiety. So I like the fact that I can just close this and it stays behind there. It kind of reminds me of like a dream box, all of like the different cubbies and everything, or the cabinet that you can open and close. So yeah, that is my craft space, and I can't wait to get started. I'm going to be making a journal with me video over the weekend of my first outing in Japan. I can't wait to share that with you guys. But I will be decorating this room further. I think I'm going to wait until the summertime and I'll let Jordan decorate these walls. He might want to get some posters or something just to make it feel like it is still, like he still has a bedroom, but he's only going to be here like a month and a half out of the year. So the rest of the year it will be my craft room. And then my view from the craft room is not not the best. It's a parking lot, and we have like a football field over there. The windows are very dirty on the outside. I don't know if they clean them. Like, they would have to have like some like sort of human being rappelling down the side of the building to clean the windows. I'm not sure if they do that, or scaffolding or something. But yeah, that is the craft room, you guys. And I really like, I forgot to say, like, all the rooms have this pocket where you can like hang curtains from. So I can't wait to pick out the curtains for all of the rooms, and I'm really excited. So that is my walkthrough or tour of my apartment here in Japan. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and thank you again so much for being patient. I can't wait to share my adventures with you guys, especially in my journaling video. So stay tuned for that. I should have my first journal with me in Japan very soon up on my channel. And until my next video, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.